What's up out there? Welcome back to some more Melvor Idle. Today we're going to talk about Alpha 0.2, which is the big summoning patch. It just came in last night. I've been poking around with this thing all day long between my standard and hardcore account. My hardcore account is actually a lot further along than my standard account, but I have been doing different experiments with both accounts just to try to see. I have a couple of things that I'm trying to figure out, and what works best, what doesn't, things like that. So let's dive into it. This is a pretty substantial patch. There's a lot of content that's added. I know the agility patch. I think I like the agility patch a little better. I think there was some additional other things came in with agility, maybe some dungeons or monsters. I can't remember it all now, but the summoning I'm not necessarily as big a fan of as the agility, and we'll get into why. But the agility offers a lot of passive skills. Well, I guess I'm getting into why now, but the agility offers a lot of passive skills where this one you have to work a lot towards, and a lot of things don't come along until you unlock them. And I'm torn on how this works. So let's dive into what's all changed first. And this is a lengthy list. If we go up to the shop and we start scrolling down through everything, the first thing that you're going to notice is that there is now a necromancer kit that's in here. The hat, the boots, the bottoms, and the robes. So you're going to have to get up a whole bunch of Slayer coin to buy these things. And if you're doing a completionist run, you're going to have to buy these, you're going to have to save up your coin and buy them. They are pretty expensive. 5 million here, million here, 500,000, and then 10 million, plus the Slayer coin that you're going to need. And I bought these. I don't know that I'm going to buy these yet. I might on this account. I'm undecided yet. We'll talk about this, but I don't think these beat the Ralix hat. This gives you a little bit of boost to your XP, but in my opinion, the Ralix hat with its item preservation does a better job because this gives you like 1 or 2 XP difference. With the Ralix hat, you get like 20 XP if you keep the, you have your resource preservation. So I don't know if I need to get all of these together, which you have to be level 75 for the next one and level 90. So that's pretty steep ask for this point. And by the time I get to this, 90, maybe it'll help push over the edge, but I don't know. I'm assuming I'm going to have some pretty decent XP, and I don't know. I'm still torn on these things. I tried the hat for a while, and I wasn't terribly impressed. But there's these items here. If we keep scrolling down, there's no new gloves. There is a new cape. You've got the, where is it at? Summoning cape. So you get preserved summoning charges and things like that. That's your typical thing. Let's see. We also have, if we scroll all the way down, there are summoning shards down here. There's red, green, blue, silver, gold, and black. So there's a variety of these. These are basically components. So if you're going to, like if you were going to craft something with the dragon hide or whatever, you buy this. That's the same concept with these. You buy them here. I don't think there's a monster these come from, so you literally just buy them. Let's see. The agility also added a couple of things. I did take one. I took this here, this forest trail. It gives summoning mastery XP and summoning interval at a negative to the farming yield, which is okay. I'm just farming to farm right now. I'm not really worried about that so much, but the summoning XP and the interval is helpful. The other one I believe is here, and it is costly. This one needs to have level 75 in summoning, so that's going to be pretty steep ask there. But you get preserved resources, preserved summoning charges, and base quantity for when you create tablets, which we'll get into. So those two have been added. That is the forest trail and the runic trail. Let's see here. There is a potion that has been added. Let's get this stuff picked up here. Under herb lore and skill potions, there's this necromancer potion. So it's got the cost of oxalime, big bones, and feathers. Now the oxalime you can grow pretty easily, and the feathers you can buy, but the big bones you're going to have to go farm up. I have not put any effort into getting this today because I would have to go farm up a bunch of stuff. Keeping on with agility, or I'm sorry, summoning, The very first thing you're going to notice is this marks page. There's 3 different pages of stuff. There's marks, familiars, and synergies. And the marks page, if it's got a question mark on it, you can't do anything with it. So you have to actually go into an activity and do this stuff. You know, and this particular one you can get this Golden Thief from attack, strength, or defense. Or this one comes from woodcutting. I think this is the first one I worked on. So you get a choice, you know, at level 1, you get the choice between a little bit of combat or woodcutting. And then you can do magic or mining. I'm going to say that these probably all have some combat thing, although this one does actually. It seems like, oh no, there's the combat and skill, combat and skill, combat and skill. So this will be a combat and skill. Got a little sideways on my columns here, but I've pretty much opened all of these up by going into combat and doing something. I'm trying to get this one now. So I am currently doing ranged combat. I'm killing these guys because these guys drop bronze daggers, bronze bars, and, you know, iron daggers and iron bars. But the bronze stuff is actually what I'm looking for in particular, because once you get the mark found, you come over here to the familiar side of things, and then you can come over and start crafting these tablets. Now, the way these tablets work is this particular tablet, this Golden Thief, gives you plus 30 gold pieces from a successful enemy hit. So anytime you hit an enemy, you get 30 gold pieces. Cool. You equip the Sandstorm Ring, you get 10 hits, you've just got 300 gold out of the guy, if I've done my math right. But it takes these shitty bronze daggers, and I wasted some time earlier. I should have looked up where I could get the bronze daggers, but I wasted some time and I went and farmed up some, I mined up, what did I mine up? Tin and copper to make bronze. And then I made bronze bars, and then I made the bronze daggers, and that was just kind of a waste of time. It's not efficient necessarily. Now, this isn't very efficient either. It takes 50 daggers to make one of these or 25 of these tablets, and I only have 100. So it's not very efficient there. But at the same time, I'm also getting, I have 436 bronze, and it takes 1 bronze per dagger. So, you know, I could probably have 1,000 bronze out of that with the Crown of Relics and, you know, the preservation stuff. So I'm not really worried about this so much. Mostly I'm doing this because I'm trying to get the tick on the ranged. I want this to tick off. I'm just using this as a bonus. So in summoning, you have to get the mark first. Then you can start working on these familiar tablets. And once you make the tablet, you start getting XP on 2 different things. And this is going to get complicated, and I hope I explain it correctly. So you get XP for creating the tablets. Once you have the tablets equipped and are using them in whatever skill you're working on, in this case, I'm working on range. So this here is actually counting towards my summoning skill. You can come down here and watch this thing. When it ticks off, you'll see the number up here grow a little bit, popped up a little there. So you not only get XP from creating the tablets, but you get XP from using the tablets. Currently, my standard account is, so I just got another one here for the Mark of the Wolf, which is this one here, and I can get that through ranged or sword. And when you get additional ones, it levels this thing up. I'm still not totally sure what this does yet. I think once you level this up, you get the synergy stuff going, and you have to level these up to get all the synergies and all that, but we'll get there. But at any rate, once you get the mark, you come over here, you can make the tablet, and then once you make the tablet, you can equip it and go back into the skill and use it to get more XP building up here. So I'm building along here. On my standard account, I am fishing, and I'm using this octopus one here, which gives me a chance for additional resources on fishing. Now on my standard account, I'm doing fishing, but I'm fishing up the, I've got the, this barbarians area equipped, and I'm fishing up, where is it? These leaping broadfish. So those also give you strength. This is a scientific experiment here. I'm curious if I can get my strength. I know I'm raising my strength from fishing up those broadfish. That's what it's for. But I'm curious if I can actually get the summoning. These two both go off of strength. Can I get the marks for both of these with fishing up that? So it's probably got a really low chance of doing it. It's more or less just a see how it goes kind of thing. I'm curious. That's kind of it. So I'm letting that one go. I think these up here on my standard account. Somehow I've actually gotten a lot further on my hardcore, but it's beside the point. We're trying this out, see how this goes. And if it's anything different, I'll throw a comment or something down, or it'll show up in another video. But that's what I'm trying with that one. I've been poking around at this all day. I've tried getting some of these other skills. Like I tried the thieving one. Some of these skills take a while, or some of these marks take a while to pop up. But once you get them, you can then come in here and craft the tablets, and then you go use the tablets. I'm actually on, I think these were pretty close together at level 4950 or something like that. I checked it before I started this video, running with fishing and this octopus familiar, because I had like 11,000 of these things. So every time the interval ticks over, you lose one of these tablets, but that account's already at level 55. So it's screaming along pretty well. And in the same time that I've been screwing around with these things here, I know it's probably a waste trying to kill these little guys. But in the same time I've been doing this, that account's been motoring along way faster. So I was doing some other things with this too. I was in the dungeon with the Dragon's Den and my magic character. That's how I've got the witch familiar. So I got that thing opened up. So I've been experimenting with different things here and there. So there's another Mark of the Wolf, and that one goes to this. So we're at level 2 here. I think on my standard account, I have something over here at level 3, probably that. But keep coming back in circles here. So you have to get the mark first. So I can't do anything with these because I don't have the mark. Once I have the mark, I can create the tablet. And then once I have the tablet, I can use it and I can upgrade all of these pieces. There's a ton of things to upgrade in here. I have not got a synergy yet, but I believe if you go in here and say Golden Thief. So Golden Thief is going to be in all of these synergies. What I think it is one, you're going to get a bonus something or other. And I looked at the website and there's some kind of cool bonuses with them. Like if you have the two that synergize, you get maybe 300 gold or something from a monster or whatever. So there's some cool things that this does, but it's going to take a lot of work to get there. So that's why I'm kind of hesitant about this one. I like this. It's a cool skill, but I still think agility is probably the better skill. Just as like a god tier skill, whereas this one's probably an A tier, somewhere in there. It's a cool skill, but I'm not sure it's totally the skill. You know what I mean? So this is what I've gotten so far. That's the marks, that's the familiars, that's what I've been working towards. I have not got a synergy yet. I haven't really been working towards it, but I've been trying to unlock as many marks as I can, and I've been trying to push the levels as far as I can to see how much I could get opened. I could definitely have this a lot further right now if I'd have done probably what I'm doing with the other account, but then I wouldn't have all of these marks unlocked and be able to show that. So that's kind of where we're at on this. As far as other changes that the summoning has brought, you'll notice this other little bar up here now. You've got one for your attack interval. This little bar is also this max hit summon thing. That shows where your whatever your summon is for the attack side of things anyway. That shows where that is. Every time that clicks over, it ticks another, you'll see it clicked for 12. So I get a little bit of damage off of it. I get a little bit of XP on the other side. And as long as that bar is kicking off, that's what you're seeing. So that got added into it, which is a nice addition. The other thing, let's see here. The other thing I need to point out is if you go to Slayer areas, I looked through all of these. This one shows up now. I don't recall this one showing up unless you actually had it unlocked, like you couldn't click on it. I don't think. Don't quote me on that. And I'm not anywhere near level enough to see that. But I I was clicking through trying to find something earlier because I was trying to find these goo monsters because I wanted those daggers. And I clicked on this, and I think these are two new monsters. I don't remember seeing an Eye of Fear or a superior-eyed monster before. I think this ended here, or a mini-eyed, that's a mini-eyed. Somewhere I think these ended. So I think these are two new monsters, and this has got pigtail and eyeballs, up to 16 eyeballs, so that's a good one there. This was just 12. And this Eye of Fear, this is 24, and Barren Toe seeds. So that's a really cool one there. You're going to need Barren Toe, and you're going to need eyeballs for damage reduction potions. So that's a really cool addition in there. And I don't believe, I haven't fought them, so they are not on my list. They're probably down here somewhere. I meant to fight one. Let's see, these are not at the end. Yeah, so that ended with the eyes. I've got every monster I can kill killed. I have not been into the Shrouded Badlands yet. And of course, I haven't been into these two at all. And I've briefly only been into the Air God dungeon, so I have not done any of the rest of this. But, I mean, all the other content, I've killed everything, I think. I think I've got everything. So those two are new monsters. I'm really looking forward to going into, I think I sold my little mirror shield, but I'm looking forward to killing this Eye of Fear. That's going to be cool because getting Barren Toe seeds is going to be awesome. And that's not too high. Well, 316, that is pretty high level, I guess. I don't know what kind of crazy attacks it does or anything. I definitely want to check that out. That's pretty much a high-end fight there. Because you're talking 300 is kind of in the realm of like the vampires and stuff. But it's hit or miss. Because like on my standard account, this spider's way more difficult than this bounty hunter. And they're different levels. Getting off topic. But I did notice those monsters have been added. And there has been some quality of life additions. Of course, you've added, or these got added in here to show the tablets on your screen, and then you can pull this thing up and see where your familiars are on here. But there's also been some additions into not like wood cutting or fishing so much or fire making, but once you get down into these where you've got stuff that you're actually building, so smithing, crafting, let's see, rune crafting, herb lore, and alt magic, no. Agility, no. But once you get into these, you get this little nice menu here. This thing's pretty cool. It shows you how much of a chance you have at, resource preservation. I could never think of the words. Or duplicating, so double items. So it tells you the percentages right there, and that is cool. I like that. It also shows you in here how many of this item that you have. So if I go to bronze, you'll see I have 510 now. It also shows you what you require and what you have, so you can instantly see what you're missing. I think that was a little lacking on the last one, if I remember right. Not too sure. It also shows you the XP you get, the mastery XP you get, which is this little thing here for the item, and then the mastery pool XP, which is for this bar. So your XP bar is the green one. This mastery XP is for the item itself, and then the mastery pool, and it shows you what you get for each one, which is very cool. So as you build up through these different mastery unlocks, this might change. So you're going to see what you're getting at any moment. This is also affected by the rings that you have. So if I go and take the fire making one off, well, that didn't change there. Maybe it's because I'm not working on it. Or maybe that's just the bottom line and that's it. But I did notice that it changed on one of the other things I was looking at. As I was working on it, I thought, well, I'll see what the difference is. And it was only 1 or 2 XP with the cape. That might have been summoning, actually, with the familiars. I think it was. Kind of getting off topic a little bit, but you can actually see the changes when you equip something. So that's very cool. Even if it's the Crown of Ralix, you can see that thing pop on at 25% or whatever. So you can tell what your agility is doing. And if you mouse over this, it says in a future update, you will be able to see where the bonuses come from. So apparently they're going to add a part where it tells you what's giving you that bonus and where it's all coming from, which would be kind of cool. I think. I don't know. I kind of feel like I would know where stuff is coming from, or where I haven't applied something, like if I forget the Crown of Ralix or whatever. I'm not sure. but it's a cool feature anyway. Nice quality of life change here. And that's kind of it. That's all we've got so far. Like I said, I've been cranking away on this thing all day, and I still feel that the agility skill is probably a better all-arounder. If I was going to start a new account, you would definitely start off with wood cutting and fishing, because there's your logs for fire making, and there is money from fishing. You're going to get fire making in there real fast, because you want to get up to the Cape as soon as possible. You want to get all the XP bonuses from the mastery and everything, because you get tons of, well, you get good bonuses there. So the longer you take to get that, the worse it is. Getting the agility up is, one of the first agility things in here is the fire making interval. So I really, think that those are the first 4 skills you're going to really want to be pushing on. Summoning, I kind of feel like, is something that you would do in addition to those. You're cranking along on those, but you get something in summoning, so you stop, you go, say you get a mark in summoning for wood cutting. You come in here, you get the familiar for it, you get this thing crafted up, and then you use this with that so that you're leveling this at the same time as the other stuff. I don't feel like this is going to replace anything. And I guess I should point out, like this Golden Thief, you get 30 gold for every good hit. The Ent, you get 10% chance to gain an additional resource. This one gives you some evasion. This one gives you, same thing as the God. This is for mining. Same thing as the wood cutting one, but for mining. The wolf one gives lifesteal, which is kind of cool. It actually takes a little bit of health off them and gives you some back. The octopus is the same thing as the other ones. You get a chance to get more fish. The crow, this one creates 2 additional runes. So on rune crafting, you're getting a lot of runes with this one. I think this one's going to be pretty strong. The witch one is magic, defense, and accuracy, damage and accuracy. So that one's kind of cool. You throw your magic on and use this with that. Those are all good, but they're also a consumable. So these run out, whereas the agility is just always there. So anything you turn on with agility is there, and these have to run out, and you have to replenish them like runes and everything else. So if you're working on magic and you're creating runes all the time, and then you got to go fishing, and then all of a sudden you got to go get these things, you know what I mean? That's like all those extra consumables. You may spend 2-3 days getting consumables back before you can go back and fight again. So I'm a little torn on this. I have to see what some of the other stuff does. One of the disappointing things, if you come all the way down to the devil one, that's actually for fire making. So this thing reduces your fire making interval, I think. I don't remember what some of these other ones do, but that one at level 90 is tough, because you basically have to get fire making, which, I don't know. I'm at level 55 on my other account, and I'm at level 51 here. That may not be that hard to hit, hitting that level 90. I may be overblowing that a little bit, because you can work on this alongside everything else if you work it correctly, but I'm still not quite sure how I feel about that. We'll see how it turns out once everything opens up. But that is all we have for this one. I just wanted to, hopefully this is quick. I don't know how long this video is going to be. It might be a little bit longer than I thought. 25 minutes. I hope it's not that long. But we will catch you on the next one. That is it for this one. Take care.